5-4 Phillies in a rain-shortened game. Ben Davis, I'm Michael Barkantis. We welcome you to Phillies Postgame Live, presented by our friends at Cure Auto Insurance. And Benny, now the Phillies are 36-19 since June 1. We were talking to Jim Salisbury pregame. That's a substantial chunk of the season. And when you look at a .654 winning percentage, this team is in a different zone, it would seem now.
They are in a different zone, and again, finding ways to win. It was a gutsy performance by Noah Syndergaard. We'll get into that in a minute. He did bend. He did not break. He got helped out from some very good defense. Really the game winner right there by Nick Castellanos in the 5th inning. An awesome catch and throw to nail national player at home plate, and it was a great tag by JT. Big 3-run homer by Bohm. They did a lot of things well tonight, but the timely hitting, 2 for 2 with runners in scoring position, but guys just getting it done and finding a way to win. Thor with a complete game.
Yeah, how about that? Thor with a complete game. Noah Syndergaard in his first start as a Philly goes the whole length of it and gets that win. And we're going to hear from him hopefully coming up in a few moments. We also, of course, will bring you Rob Thomson in his post-game remarks as the Phillies now have won 2 straight. They've won 7 of 8. They have won 8 of their last 10 games, and they'll take them any way they can get them, certainly rain-shortened or against a team as lowly as the Washington Nationals are. And the Nationals certainly gave up Juan Soto. They lost players, and if you're the Phillies, we talked to John and Tom pregame, and they said, no. You just don't expect to walk over any team. But really, if you're observing, they got to beat these teams in the Nationals and the Marlins coming up next.
Without a doubt, and that's what they did tonight. Obviously, just in the 4.5 innings that they played, but they got the job done. We heard Crucky say, you can't worry about this 7-game homestand. You have to worry about winning tonight. And they went out and they won tonight. It was a good performance. And again, this isn't the best team. We know that. But we saw the way they scrapped and clawed their way tonight. They had 11 hits, did the Nats, in 4.5 innings. I mean, they swung the bats pretty good. They had a good approach against Syndergaard. And they found a way to push some runs across, just not enough.
Yep. Also, and we got Rob Thomson coming up. Talk to me about what JT Realmuto did, because that's a play where a catcher just gets banged up. And I realize they can't block the plate as they used to, but he got that ball and turned his shoulder toward Hernandez, kind of absorbed the brunt of it with that, slowed him up, and then put the tag on him.
Yeah, he made sure he caught the baseball first. And that's an issue I have a lot with the younger players is, hey, you can't worry about the runner. You can't apply the tag unless you have the ball. So make sure you secure the baseball first, catch it, go in with your bare hand, grab it so it's not going to pop out of your mitt, and secure the baseball that way. Exactly what JT did. It was a good catch and tag there by the Phillies backstop.
Yeah, and think about this, too. Phillies were up 5-2 to start the top of the 5th inning, and the Nationals got 2 runs back. It looked like they might have gotten more than that back, and it turned out to be the difference. And if Hernandez stays at third base and decides, I'm not going to try to test Nick Castellanos' arm, we might still be waiting.
Yeah, we still might be waiting, but it did not happen that way. Luckily, that rain came right after that. Unfortunately, we had to wait around for a couple hours, but so be it. The Phillies get a W. I think we can wait around for 2 hours if a W is secured.
2 hours?
2 hours!
Had a wait for 2 hours. Here's Rob Thomson postgame.
Syndergaard in his debut.
He worked out of a lot of trouble early in the game. I think a little bit of rust, 9 days off, There was some hard hits. The one ball off the fence, the wind was blowing out that way. I don't know how hard it was, but he looked a little rusty, but he battled through it, got through 5. That was going to be his last inning. But big home run by Hoskins, big 3-run homer by Bohm, great throw by Castellanos. 4.5 inning win. So, yeah.
Were you guys aware of the weather coming in and how important it was to get through the top of the 5th?
Yeah, we were. We knew that it was imminent. So, thank God we got through it.
With a little more time with Syndergaard, do you guys think he might maybe refine or change a few things about how he might attack?
Yeah, I'd probably have to talk to Caleb about that a little bit and to Noah, but we didn't have a whole lot of time to mesh the two, so I'm sure that getting back, so he's going to have one extra day, so he's going to pitch with 5 days rest, so that'll get him back into sync a little bit, and then plus, being able to work with him and get to know him a little bit better, I think it'll improve.
How much did you guys get to talk to him before he pitched today?
I talked to him. I said hello, introduced myself, and that was about it. Because he was going into his game mode, so I didn't want to bother him really.
Was it just important to pitch him today just because he had such a long layoff?
Yeah.
Or you could have waited maybe tomorrow just to get to know him a little bit or talk to somebody?
Yeah, that was part of it. Plus, we want to make sure Gibby had, because he just came back from the bereavement, just came back from home, and we want to make sure that he had enough time to get ready to start. So we didn't want to rush him either. So.
Is there anything you'll go to work on to try to, with the stolen bases, to try to keep runners in check more?
Yeah, there's some stuff that we're looking at and talk to him about, no doubt.
How much of an advantage is you end up getting essentially a complete game from Syndergaard? Don't have to use any relievers.
Sure.
What does that do for your bullpen going into the weekend?
Yeah, sure. It rests the bullpen completely, and other than the three guys that pitched yesterday, everybody gets at least 2 days off, and so they should be pretty fresh tomorrow. Thank you.
Phillies' magic number to clinch a playoff berth is 58. I'm just saying. And by the way, 55 games during which they have gone 36-19. That's more than 1/3 of a season that they have played .654 winning percentage baseball. That would be a 106-win season. Just saying, third of a season. Meanwhile, here's the new guy who got the win. Complete game, 5 innings though it may be. Noah Syndergaard, post-game.
Pretty crazy. It was kind of tough to believe at first, just because being with the Mets for the longest time, I never really pictured myself in a Phillies uniform. But I couldn't be more proud to sport the baby blue tonight, or powder blue. I look forward to wearing the pinstripes and another start. But extremely thrilled and blessed to be in this clubhouse, being to play for a really good team and a contender that has high expectations to make it all the way to the top. And just, I really just appreciated all the warm welcomes from everybody. Everybody's like the personalities seem amazing in this clubhouse. And I just want to do my part and compete and help this team get to the ultimate goal.
After a long layoff, what was the biggest hurdle for you in terms of trying to get back into a rhythm here?
It was probably 10 days or so that I had off, or since my last start. So I just was able to, prior to the trade, I just went through my normal routine with the Angels, and then once I got traded, I was able to throw a bullpen before I came out here with a private facility, and then I got here early Wednesday so I could come here and get acclimated and play catch. But I feel like as far as my outing goes, I feel like the first 2 innings I felt a little stiff, but that's rightfully so. Just new stadium, new team, new uniform. It was just kind of a shock, and it was a little tense. But once I settled in, I feel like I was able to execute my pitches nicely. I just had a lot of weak contact, and I just hit it where some guys weren't. So I feel like got my first win. So that feels really good to get it out of the way. And it was just a lot of fun watching the lineup put up runs, and luckily the weather made it a short game.
Did you know that bad weather was coming and know that Castellanos' throw was going to be possibly so big at the time?
No, I didn't really understand the magnitude of how big it was going to be, but at the moment it was huge, and it turned out to be even bigger than it was. But I played in Philly long enough. I know that the weather can be a little unpredictable at times. That's about it.
Does it feel like